Good morning, class. Today, I want us to look at business and its environment. That is topic 2. So the main purpose of a business, as we had discussed in our introductory part of the subject, that is business studies, we say that the main purpose of a business is to make profits, and to achieve this, a business needs to satisfy satisfy the customer needs, reduce the operating cost, and strive to survive by competing favorably. Now, before we look at the business and its environment itself, we need to look at what kinds of business and in which environments do they are they being done. So number one type of business activity is extraction, and that means that extraction is the means of obtaining goods from their natural setting, like when you do mining, farming, laboring, and others. What you're basically doing is extraction, and it is a business because your main aim is to make profit. Number two is processing of raw materials. That is the changing of the form of goods without combining it with other goods. Number three, we have manufacturing. That is the combining different raw materials to come up with one final product. Like when you take a table is made up of wood, glue, nails, and varnish. It means that different materials have been brought together just to come up with one final product, that is a table. The next one is construction. Or for example, what can be constructed is basically the rails, the roads, and buildings. We have distribution of goods. That is the spreading of goods from the manufacturers to the users, and is always being done by the distributors. The next one is trade. That is the buying and selling of goods with the aim of making profit. It is done by traders as well. Provision of services, like the one I'm doing, is a service. I am basically offering knowledge. I'm basically teaching. It is a service, so it is selling of services to consumers, like hairstylists, those who are doing the platers, those who are doing plating in salons, the car washers. They're doing services, and their main aim is to have or to make profit. Having looked at that, at what is basically the business activities, we now look at which kind of environment are these things being carried out, or which kind of environment should they be carried out in. So we looked at business environment and their effects. We have two main business environment. We have the internal and the external business environment. So we start with the internal business environment. So we say it may either be the strength or weaknesses of the business, like the skilled manpower or unskilled manpower. It is also called the micro environment, because it's what is affecting the business internally, not externally, but internally. Maybe it can be a problem with the entrepreneur or the trader, but not external environment. They include business structure, how the business is structured. That is the arrangement, the formal arrangement of the activities carried out at various levels of organization. So a well-laid business structure would lead to a success of the business, because each employee knows what is expected of him or her. Then there will be no conflict or confusion. Those are now the advantages of having a well-laid business structure. Another one is teamwork is enhanced, proper control that will promote efficiency. It means that when we have a well-laid business structure, then automatically the business will have to prosper, and it is going to be efficient. But when it is now the vice versa, then you'll have to face the consequences and the risk of a low-laid business structure. Number two are resources. That is the second factor, the second internal factor, that is resources. And resource is something that can be used to achieve any objective. The following are some of the resources that a business can use to to achieve objective. We have human resource. Employees in a business provide human resource. A business with qualified human resource is more likely to do well as compared to a business with the unskilled or unqualified human resources. We have the financial resources. A business with adequate financials is more likely to do better than one lacking a special or adequate finances. We look at the physical resources. Physical resources, these are tangible facilities which belong to a business like building, machineries, furniture. They are assets. In simple terms, physical resources are the assets of the company or of the business. Another thing is technology. That is another factor. So technology are the skills and methods used in production. So a business with the relevant technology is more likely to succeed as compared to a business with unskilled or with less methods used in production. It will never prosper. Then another thing you can look at is business structure. And business culture. Business culture arises from a combination of employees, expectations, beliefs, and values within the business. So a culture of involving employees in decision making does better. When you talk of a business culture, it's like the different employees that you've employed there. Each and every person comes from a different background, and each and everyone has different perceptions based on the business that you are undertaking. So when it comes to decision making, each and everyone will be like, my decision should also be upheld, or I should also contribute towards the decision making. And now if you involve them and you find that each and every point is maybe making sense, or maybe each and every one of them are bringing meaningful decisions in the business that can really make the business prosper, then obvious it will do better. Then another factor is the business owner. He provides finances and makes decisions concerning operations of the business. That was another factor, and is the last internal factor. So having looked at that, I hope you are okay. We can maybe introduce external environment, and our next lesson will start from there. So when you talk about external environment, is now the outside environment. Now, apart from the business owner, the business structure, and the resources that are needed to start the business, what are other external or what are other macro environmental factors will basically maybe affect the business either positively or negatively? So when you talk of external environment, you're just talking about the outside world now, maybe the customers, maybe the competition in the market, maybe the political stability of the county, maybe things of that sort. So when we come to our next class, I think we will start from there. So you do have a good day.